Hello everybody, welcome back to the dumbest modeling channel on all of YouTube, Pit Stain Hobbies. I'm your host Ian here, back with some more fun and shenanigans on the Agora Models Leopard 2A6. I've not been dead. If you only watch me for my tank videos, you'll think it's been a while. It has been a little while. It's because I'm also building the Ecto 1 part work. I'm also trying to get something done on my horrible Polar Lights Enterprise. Oh god, I'm gonna break those Arboretum windows again. My Polar Lights 1/350th scale Enterprise refit build, that's going extremely slowly. I also just acquired two-thirds of a Enterprise D part work, so I was doing that. Plus, the person I acquired it from, I traded them a computer for it, so I spent quite a few of my normal workbench days rebuilding a computer to ship up to Bismarck, North Dakota. It did not fare well. It was delivered today, and damn it, whatever UPS did, the heat sink was basically hanging off the motherboard for the processor. So since that was part of the deal, he gets a working computer, I get his Enterprise. I just went on Amazon earlier. I ordered him a new processor air cooling assembly and sent that Amazon Prime to Bismarck. It would have been here tomorrow at 7 a.m. in Atlanta, but in Bismarck it might get there Friday, if we're lucky. Fingers crossed, everybody. Wish Eric the best for a speedy Amazon delivery so we can get that damn computer working for him. But we're back on the awesome Agora 2A6. I'm really enjoying this tank. It's got some features none of my Tamiyas have. It's got some features I've not seen on a Henglong. And it's just got some unique traits about it that I really am enjoying. Specifically rubber road wheels. Whereas like a stock Henglong plastic model tank, you get some pretty pathetic plastic road wheels. I actually just threw them out in the trash the other day, I think. Did I? Yeah, there we go. Yeah. This is what you get with a Henglong. And these, I weathered and painted these up before I swapped them out for metal wheels in my Henglong, but all plastic. There's no bearing or bushing or anything in here. Nothing. No attempt at wear reduction or improvement in friction performance. So, as you saw in the last video in Pack 6, we do have ball bearings for our road wheels. Here is Pack 7. It's been sitting here the whole time, just kind of waiting for me to get back to it. I am sorry. We're back on the Agora 2A6, and let's see what we got here. So, okay, we'll take out 52. And I'm going to go into detail on what I'm doing to these road wheels as far as the ball bearing thing is concerned. Because some people may want to add these ball bearings. I will put a link to the video. They were 5 by 11 by 5 ball bearings. Okay? So a slightly odd size. Usually they're 5 by 11 by 4. So they are a bit of an odd size, but they're easily available on Amazon. 5 by 11 by 5 ball bearings. I've already cut all these bags open previously so that I could flat clear the outer road wheel. And just, for my flat clearing obsession, I don't think I flat cleared any of these bits. We'll get the flat clear that. I don't think we're putting on side panels anytime soon, but I'm just going to go over the procedure here of how I ball bearing up the wheel. All right? Let's start right off with some fun tech talk. Okay, track links, we're going to put y'all to the side for now. I said y'all. Oh no, I live in Georgia. It's starting to set in. Okay. Also, we're getting the suspension springs. We're replacing the silver springs that came with the pack with the supplemental springs that came in Pack 13, my supplemental pack. Pretty sure it's just like everyone gets a Pack 13 now, kind of. Maybe at the beginning of the build. I think that was how it worked. Either way, we've got our bushing and we've got our suspension arm, and the bushing fits on there. Actually spins quite decently. As you can see, it flew off across the workbench. The bushing fits in to the road wheel fine, but it gets a little snug. It works fine. It does. If you don't over tighten the screw, they spin fine. There's no real resistance to it, but there's also no like non-stop ball bearing style rotation with the stock bushing setup. So it's not a dig on it. They have a bushing. So it's already an improvement over nothing, or like Hang Long does. And to me, it uses a brass bushing, a bronze bushing, oil light, whatever you want to. Bronze, I guess, would be the best term, or oil light bronze. They use those, and I replace those with ball bearings too. Even on a very expensive $1,000, $1,500 Tamiya kit, I'm ordering ball bearings anyway. It's just what I do in every tank. Most of mine are honestly pretty much shelf queens. Even so, I figured out the best system here for building a nice free spinning road wheel. So the first thing I'm going to do, oh boy, is get out this is a titanium nitride step bit drill. I got a set of 3 of these at Harbor Freight Tools for very little wampum. Oh God, can we even say that word anymore? But either way, this one, it has a 3/16, and then the second step is a 1/4 inch. So what we're going to do is we're just going to gently and slowly, very slowly, drill that out to a 1/4 inch. The step bit is important because it's got a nice taper to each step to get you a very smooth, clean cut. It does not gouge the plastic like a regular. You don't want to use a 1/4 inch drill bit here. I promise you, you don't want to use that. You could either use a tapered hobby reamer for like drilling holes in RC car Lexan bodies, or just get yourself a really cheap step bit drill. And we're making zucchini pasta here. There we go. Okay. So we got our green zucchini pasta. Very nice. Clean that off. Throw that in the trash. Get that out of here. Throw a ball bearing in there. Okay. And then we're going to line up our road wheels and our little. There's that little notch and that little tab in there. We're going to get those fellas lined up, and then we're going to take 3 of our QP screws and our Phillips head, and we don't want to over tighten these. We really don't. You can easily over tighten these, and it's not what you want to do. You will stress the studs on the back of the outer road wheel. So once it starts tipping over on the first screw, so if it starts, see how it's now cattywampus. If you get that on the first screw, you've gone too far. Back it off, a 1/2 to a 3/4 of a turn, so that you can squeeze it together and it's flush. This is important because you don't want like a wheel, just like wheel studs inside the 2 halves just kind of breaking apart randomly. If you feel it start to pull down on one side when you're putting one of these 3 screws in, stop, then back up, maybe a 1/4 turn or so. See, look at this. I'm giving you, okay. So now I feel that pulling. I feel that pulling. Once all 3, you feel a gentle tug that they've all pulled themselves together, you're good to go. And if you could see, our hole in the plastic is now slightly larger than the opening in the center of the bearing. That is exactly what we want, but it's not too big. And now we have a nice, smooth, spinny action. We're going to take one of everyone's favorite screws in this build, the PP screw, and you're going to gently handle your PP and jam your screwdriver into your PP, and then insert your PP screw into the hole and twist. Twist carefully. Don't over twist your PP. Otherwise, you'll jam things up. So you want to, once you get it to the point where the wheel doesn't want to spin on its own, you want to back off that screw like an 1/8 of a turn. And it spins pretty freely there. I'm going to back it off like another 1/8 of a turn. Now that's what I call a smooth spinning wheel. And then as we throw on more unsprung weight, basically, which are tires, unsprung weight means weight on a vehicle that is not held up by the suspension. So the chassis is sprung weight. Wheels are fully unsprung weight. Suspension arms are partially unsprung weight. Shock absorbers could be considered partially unsprung weight as well. Unsprung weight, fractions, half of this, half of that. When it comes to the suspension arms and the springs themselves and shocks and things like that, it's a little gray. It's a little gray. But wheels and tires have always been considered 100% unsprung weight. But look at that. There we go. We got Tony Hawk Pro Skater right there. Not quite an ABEC 5 bearing, but yeah, you could rollerblade. If this thing's suspension was strong enough and you had 2 of these chassis tubs and you don't mind getting stabbed by these little plastic standoffs, you could probably roller skate on these things at this point. You'd probably break some of the plastic suspension arms in all honesty. But that's our tutorial on installing a ball bearing into your road wheels. It's a very small expense. These were not expensive on Amazon. I said it in part 6. It's like it said, it's been a while, but I'll go back to the description of part 6 and copy everything over. So there's a link to the ball bearings. Step bit drill, again. Harbor Freight, if you're in Canada, Princess Auto is probably your place. If you don't have a Harbor Freight near you in the U.S., you might live in Cuba. But otherwise, no, if there's no Harbor Freight, maybe a Northern Tool or a, what's that, Menards. Oh, I've never been to a Menards. Someone, please tell me how cool Menards is. It looks so cool on the internet. I just want to go to Menards so bad. We're using our social media influencer screwdriver here. I paid for this one. I didn't get it for free like a lot of people, but this Fantic thing, little gimmicky, little bit of a, I mean, whatever. I have one. It was cheap. I got it on Woot. Woot. So yeah, there we go. That's what we're doing, that road wheel. That's all assembled, and tire is on, and we're going to put a center cap on here. We saved all our little center caps in this baggie from earlier, and we'll schnappen the cap, and there we go. We got a nice little center cap there. And we're going to put a little red dot of paint on there with our Tamiya XF7 flat red, and the tip of a Q-tip, a special Q-tip, a Japanese Q-tip, of course. We don't use pedestrian Q-tips on this channel. Who do you think we are? We're idiots on this channel. I'm a moron. I screw up things all the time. Don't forget, Ian screwed up stickers in multiple varieties. White, clear, holographic, glitter, fridge magnet variety. It's not a sticker, but it'll stick to steel. Or any ferrous metal, I suppose. Catch a screw up, like, subscribe, comment. My email's in the description, pitstainhobbies@gmail.com. Email me your address and your name, and make sure it's your real address, and you'll get a sticker or a fridge magnet or whatever I can send you with the stamps that I have. Unfortunately, I cannot. I feel so bad. One of my viewers is from Russia, and I have nothing against the Russian people. I mean, it's not fun what's going on, but he caught me screwing up. He corrected me. He sent me an email. He wanted a sticker, and I can't. The stupid U.S. Post Office is not mailing even letters. Even if you wanted, you had a pen pal, you can't send a letter. Oh God, the devil dog, my girl dog Maddie. She's like barking at something. So immediate. Look, someone could be breaking into the house right now, and I wouldn't even pay it any mind because she barks like this so frequently. It's silly. Okay, we're at 15 minutes. I'm going to condense this episode down a little bit. We're going to work kind of quickly, but everything for the most part on this side is going to be the same as Pack 6. It's just going to be the right side instead of the left side, and hopefully me screwing up less instead of I don't know how much I screwed up on the left side. Let's go back and watch Pack 6. Why don't you? Go, watch. You haven't seen it in a month or 3 weeks or however long it's been. We'll be right back. Okay, 52 is done. We're on to 53. Here's 52. A little dot of red paint there in the middle. Looking nice. And spinning freely. So it's really just more of the same. We got another road wheel here. And we've got another set of track links. If anyone wants to watch me marathon build track links, just go on a Friday night live stream of the Hobby Time Modelers. We also have another exterior skirt piece we're going to hit with some flat clear, but it's the same exact procedure. Same exact procedure with this road wheel. So we're going to tear through that road wheel and suspension arm, get that mounted right here, and we will be right back after twisting a couple of PP screws. All right, and stage 53 is done. We bolted on our idlers. If you're using the stock idlers, just one OP screw on each of the four. We used our King Kong RC billet aluminum idlers with ball bearings and rubber tires. A little bit lavish, not really necessary. Just me wanting to have rubber tires everywhere the real tank has a rubber tire. You could use Tamiya rubber black to paint the tires on the stock idlers, and they will look the business. But I went full Tropic Thunder. That's what we'll say from now on. I went full Tropic Thunder. Never go full Tropic Thunder. Okay, so we're gonna move over to 54, and more of the same. We got a side plate, we got a road wheel, suspension arm, some track links. So you know what we do with the track links on this channel? Yep, just like a cooking show, we save it for later. Or leftovers if you're smuggling Tupperware out of Golden Corral. Oh, who does that? I've never even been to a Golden Corral. Can anyone in the comments tell me how horrific a Golden Corral really is? Because there's a few of them around me. I'm in Georgia. They're always packed 24/7. They're more crowded than the Olive Garden in suburban New Jersey where I used to live. I mean, I don't know if anyone could get the reference there, but that's really crowded. Really very crowded. Ooh, look at this. Nice. Oh, come on. Focus, you frack. Nice little vent detail there. Well pressed in with the molding. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Alrighty. We're going to do another road wheel, another suspension arm. That will make 3. So, yeah, there we go. 54. Nothing particularly special. There's a few little extra trim bits in this baggie. These are some of the brackets that hold on the movable side skirts right there. So we're going to put them aside, keep them safe. I'm watching the video, so I know where I put them. Right near the red paint. There they are. Okay. And, okay, back to business. We will return momentarily. Alrighty. So here we go on some more 54 here. We got the little side plate here. And we've got this piece from like 52, I believe it was. Yeah, from 52. And we're going to put a couple of these little thingies in here. And you can tell which thingy goes in where because of the color. Because the camo patterns should match up. And then you got to pop these into these little, pop the little pegs in little holes. Come on. Go in your home. You son of a... There's probably an easier way to do this. But, you know, with limited brain power, there we go. Okay, so they're both popped in. We're going to get our itty-bitty little NP screws for nanoparticles. These things are small. Some little tiny screws here. Okay, a couple little MPs. We're going to screw these in from behind. Oh, geez. The hits keep on coming. The one-liners. We could print T-shirts here. All right, we'll be right back. Okay, now we're going to take our side panel from 53, and we're going to pop her onto this pin right here. Okay. Oh, look at that. They made a little, they forgot to carry the NATO brown all the way to there. Uh-oh. I'm kidding. I mean... The camo matchup has been so good so far that you kind of notice when they're not absolutely perfect. But I mean, other than this, it's been great. And actually, now that you're done, it sort of looks like it was meant to be that way, except for kind of that little brown spot. I could always paint that a little. We have some NATO brown and NATO green and NATO black paint. We always have some of that. So we need 2 more NP screws now in the back of this bracket. And once we're done, now those things are so tiny, even in the bag, I think I just about lost them there. And I don't think I need this last one. Come on, it's my camera. We don't need this last one for a little while, so I'll just throw that in with the NP screws and put that back near the red paint. That's our little breadcrumbs in the forest, is that red paint. Sort of like a dog pissing on a tree, so it knows where it's been. There we go. I don't know where I come up with the stuff that comes out of my mouth. I don't think I come up with it. I think it just kind of flies out there all on its own, of its own recognizance. There we go. We now have two little flappy panels. Very nice. They're going to go somewhere in this vicinity, probably right about here, I would assume. Something, I don't know. We'll figure it out. We shall find out later on in the build. And 54, build track links, build track links. We're not going to build track links. That is it for 54. On to 55. I've got another road wheel and some more side panel. So let me get that out of here. That's right off screen. 55. Perfect. I like the packaging from this Agora model. I was watching my buddy Buck build his xenomorph alien, and that's a cool model, I gotta admit. That is a very cool model. However, it comes in like these weird, like climate-friendly plastic bags. It's sort of odd. You know, what's this thing doing here? Oh, we got a little flappy door here. Yeah, okay, interesting. Little pins holding it in. All right. Okay, so I'm going to build another wheel, and we'll get back to side panels once I have that wheel and suspension assembly bolted down. All right, be right back, or BRB, if anyone's missed it. Okay, and we got our little hinge screwed on right here onto part 55.4. That is part 55.5 with a couple of little tiny NP screws in the back. And this is clearly going to open up to expose our power switch and charging hatch. It's my guess. I'm probably right on this one. Wow, me exuding confidence. I'm probably right. And then we're scrolling through more track building. And that is it for stage 55. Off to 56, another road wheel. Now, when you get the 56 or 56, yeah, we're going to have a center cap 56. These last two road wheels, you're going to be like, where's the center caps? They're in the next pack. So, just so you're aware, so nobody freaks out, they're in the next pack. They pack things a little odd sometimes in these partworks, like a little out of order or whatever, but there's sometimes a method to the madness, and sometimes, and that's just how they're packed. I don't know. It's fine. As long as you get all your parts, that's all that matters. So I checked, and we have all the parts, along with plenty of track links. I think we're going to end up with a few extra track links at the end, as you should with most tank kits, I think. And we got that. And we're going to take our old coil spring and bushing and just put those away. I don't know what I'm doing with them. I'm just keeping them for prosperity. You know, one of these days, I'll figure out something to do with them. Until then, I'm just going to pack rat things away until I die and my wife doesn't know what to do at the estate sale. Oh, there we go. That was morbid. Okay, so we're going to get prepping our road wheel for a ball bearing, and we'll be right back. Okay, sorry if we had a little sound quality issue there before. I didn't have my little fuzzy dead cat on my mic. So we're going to take another one of these little hinges and mount a little plate, the little plates onto this side panel. They kind of, it's hard to get, they kind of rock into place once you get them in the general vicinity. Again, these pins are a tiny bit of a tighter fit because I flat cleared all of my panels. So they'll slide in a tiny bit easier for everyone else. If you didn't, go full Tropic Thunder like I did. Okay, there we go. There's our side plates are in. Very nice. They all move. Very nice. Okay, and then this will butt up against this and hold, obviously, the next plate in between those two pins. So that is, other than track links, the end of stage 56. And we're going to move to 57. And yeah, another road wheel, suspension arm, and a side plate. Let me pull that out of here. 57, the number of Hinged. 57 variety. I don't think they have 57. They might have more or less than 57 varieties of sauces now. But we're not going to get into that. We're building a tank here. Some more track links. Put you guys off to the side. We've got our hardware bag and suspension arm and our little side skirt plate. I'm going to check the baggie. Okay, that's it for 57's parts bag. So we will be back shortly. Okay, and then the last part of 57 is taking the side skirt and just putting it on that pin there. We're going to leave that right there for now. We're not doing anything with that at the moment. You'll notice one of the hubs is not here. It's in the next whole pack of parts. I might just want to go. I might just want to go get it now. I might just want to go. I don't know. Am I violating protocol by grabbing a part out a little early? Oh, I hope not. Let's see here. Yeah, they're sitting in stage 68, which isn't part of pack 7, but there's two more little wheel hubs right there. So I'm just gonna borrow those from pack 68. I don't think anybody will mind. Anyone down here mind? No, I'm okay. Yeah, I don't mind. Hey, it's my tank. There we go. So I'm gonna snap one of those in, just like, yeah, nice little snappy snap. And then, if you didn't watch me do this already, well, now you get the chance. We just dab our little special. I'm just using a little, to me, a Q-tip. It's a little skinny guy, cylindrical. That's it. A little dab of paint. Barely see it, but I see it. So that's the important part. There we go. Let's just tighten our paint back down. Don't want that to go off. 57 is done. Time for 58. Surprise, surprise. Another road wheel and some side skirt. That's fine. This is the last road wheel right here. I'm excited. Rubber tire, inner wheel, side skirt, suspension bits and screws, and some more track links. And we have an empty bag number 58. Put our track links next, making like the leaning tower of track link boxes here. My next live stream is definitely just going to be hammering together track links and me really not talking too much. So if anyone's looking forward to me shutting the hell up, come to the Friday night live stream. Or maybe I'll be working on something else. Who knows? Bushing and spring. I'm going to put those aside. And let me do my thing with the wheels. And this is our last supplemental right side darker colored spring from pack 13. Okay. And we shall be right back. Okay. Oh, look at that. They're all on. Oh, they're beautiful. They spin nicely. Okay, so this part we just had kind of held on there. But now this one we're going to put on and get this, put this on here and get this little, close your door, shut your door. And we're going to pop this. Just got to get the two pins in the two holes. It's not that hard, Ian. There we go. She's in. And then one of these itty bitty NP screws from the back. There we go. Don't over tighten any of those. It is plastic. It is metal screw going in the plastic. So there we go. Got that. Seems we've created a tiny bit of a bow, which might mean we need to clearance one of these side skirts a little bit. And it feels like this part's a little tight, and it doesn't fully go in. There's like a millimeter. I mean a millimeter. It's like barely anything. I just gotta find a really itty bitty drill bit. That's a little big. That's even bigger. I'll be right back. I'm gonna find something smaller. We'll show you how to do this. Actually, oddly enough, the drill bit I was using to clearance the track links is the perfect size. We're just gonna put her in the hole, and we're just gonna give her just a few twists, just to deepen that hole. Like literally, it just needs a millimeter or so. Let's see. We could just flip this bracket. Perfect. Okay, we're gonna bolt her back on now. Let's see if it lines up better. Oh, I can already tell that's gonna, yeah, it drops right in now. It's not bowing the side panel at all. So maybe just flip those upside down. That might have been the quicker path to victory. If the next one needs a little clearance, we could always bore that little borehole out a little bit. But there we go. She's perfect. Okay, well that was an easy victory. I guess the orientation of the part, it doesn't really have an orientation. I guess it's whatever. I mean, we could always, and you could always file this pin. Like, you don't need the full length. Oh, come on, focus. You don't need the full length of those pins all the time. I mean, if you took off a millimeter, wouldn't be the end of the world. That's a really small part to build in a factory, like, consistently. But so far, that's the first time I've had any sort of minor clearance issues. But yeah, we're done with 58. That's it. And what do we got left in the box? We got 2 left. We got 59. Ooh, drive sprocket. Another drive sprocket. We already got our other drive sprocket right here. That went together very nicely. So we'll be back very shortly. All right. Okay, we're just going to put our transmission output cover here, or whatever name it's supposed to be, and a couple of AP screws in that hole. Plastic to plastic, so no need for any 3-in-1 oil. That's fine. However, the SP screws, they call them SP, but they're going in the metal. So we're going to need a little bit of our 3-in-1 oil here. Let's get this fella primed. Pumpity, pumpity, pumpity. There we go. And we don't need 3, we only need 2. You always get that spare screw. I try to keep them handy just in case. They're good to keep handy in case you, I don't know, do something stupid. Shoot one across the workbench is most likely. That would be the most likely fate of any screws on my workbench, is for them to take a trip across garage. Free first-class airfare. All it requires is me being clumsy oaf. Okay, I'm going to bear down on those a little bit. There's still a tiny bit of wiggle in that. Another half a turn. There we go. Solid as a rock. Okay. There we go. And, that'll end up going right there on the output shaft of the transmission. But that's it for 59. Drive wheel is done. We're going to put you to the side. Drive sprocket, not wheel. Drive sprocket. And is that it? Let's see what's in. That's it. Pack 60 is it. And pack 60 is, I'll just rip her open. I don't know where my hobby knife went. Oh, there it is. Too late. And we've got our lovely little track links. Put those over to the side for later consumption. We got this little side plate. And what are we going to do with this? Okay, we're going to get that little side plate bolted onto here as well. So we'll be right back because I'm just going to hit this with a tiny bit of flat clear. Be right back. Okay, we got our last one bolted on here. I got excited. I was like fitting and playing with it, and I was like, I screwed it on, and I'm like, I'm not going to unscrew it and then just have another chance to screw it back up. So now we've got to get rid of our lower chassis. Let's keep these plates handy over here. Get our little extra drill bit thing out of the way there. Put these screwdrivers over there. We're going to need a bunch of these littler screws. These are the OP flange screws. We're going to need a bunch of those. We'll be right back. Okay, we got our upper hull here, and we've got our mirrors taped down. And we're going to make a little bit of space. This thing's pretty big. I'm going to gently flip her upside down, and we're now going to get this side panel, pushed into place, and we'll leave this off for right now. We're going to get a few OP screws in here. We'll be right back. Okay, we've got our 3 OP screws in, and what we're going to do now is get this panel in place, kind of, sort of. Because what we need to do is get this one in here, then get the pin for that one in there, and then we're going to squeeze her. There we go. Oh, lift your side, lift that. There we go. That makes it a lot easier. There we go. Okay, everything's in. And now we're going to layer back down and then get 3 more OP screws here, here, and here. Make sure your wires are inside of the upper hull when you do this. We'll be back in a sec. And just like that, by the magic of YouTube, blammo! All that's on. Oh, look at that. That little guy opens up. That's cool. We get that side fender. Let's see here. Oh, no, she fits in. Let me get the tape off of here. It's a little snug fit on these fenders. That side's a little snug. Yeah, both sides are a little snug. That's okay. It's actually, you know what, they're going to hold themselves in place. We don't want them just flapping around, you know, like some skirt in the breeze Marilyn Monroe thing from whatever decade that was. You know, every time it drives over a sewer grate, we don't want it showing its underpants. So it's actually okay that these are actually a little bit of a click fit for them to lock down. Yeah, look at that. Whole upper hull. This thing's got some really nice detail. I see a couple of slight, you know, differences in some of the gaps here. I think some of those could be addressed. These metal pins that are on the hinges, I think if you just touched them like 0.5 millimeter off here and there with a file, they'd probably be absolutely perfect, which I might go back and do, but I'm not sure if I have all that patience. We just got to get the back on here, and then we'll have pretty much a complete upper hull. That is sweet. And that is it for pack 7. I've been waiting. I just I got all ambitious, like I could actually get some real progress done on my Enterprise refit. And then the whole Enterprise D partwork dropped into my lap. So we got that going on too. And then Wonderfest 2024 is next June. And apparently I already have to start working on my entry for it. So like I got that. I've been ordering stuff, like I said, building that computer for a buddy. It's just been nonstop everything but the tank lately, and it was just driving me nuts. I'm so happy I got to work on this again. And I really like it. The thing is here, the Tamiya is discontinued. Will Tamiya reproduce their tank at some point in the future? Maybe, possibly, probably, maybe not. I don't know. No one knows. No one has any idea. Henglong, yeah, they're fine for bashing around, you know, the backyard. If you're going to put hundreds of dollars into a Henglong, like upgrade everything on it, You know, they could be very good also. But so far, I'm very happy with this. I mean, in the looks department, this thing has a Henglong beat by about a half a kilometer or a square mile or whatever. Cubic meters, hectare. What the hell is a hectare? Anyone in Europe, please tell me. I don't know what the hell a hectare equals in America Freedom Units. But this is a beautiful little tank. I'm pretty happy. I hope they make more of these. I want more partwork tanks. More tanks, more tanks. Okay, either way, enough of me. I gotta go calm down. It's a school night. I gotta go to work in the morning. That sounded, yeah, whatever. You know what I mean. Okay, don't take that the wrong way. It's just a weeknight. We call it a school night. I don't know why. I've said that since, I guess, my parents burned it into my brain. But either way, thanks for coming, everybody. Hope you found a screw up. If not, a tip, a trick, anything, in the comments, email me. You'll get a sticker, maybe a fridge magnet if you're extra special. All right, everybody. Adios. See you next time.